This is a shorter section of the Great Western Trail, maybe 15 miles or something like that. But I was glad to learn that there will be water available at Snow Basin tomorrow when I walk through there. Might be the last weather window to do a alpine trip like this as we get closer and closer to winter here in northern Utah. There's actually a hard freeze warning after I get off the mountain on Wednesday night. But with that, the weather's supposed to be nice until then, and we'll see how I go. I'm planning to camp close to the Wheeler Creek trailhead tonight, where I'll leave my car. I'm assuming that it should be easy enough to catch an Uber back to my car once I get to Ogden. Well, that's definitely not what I wanted to see. Since I've come all this way, I'm definitely gonna have a look and see why it's closed. Hopefully there's an explanation up there, so I don't come all this way for nothing.
What I really, really wanna know is if I'm not in control. Whoa, 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 whoa. Change and everything to know when I would leave and feel when I'm free.
Today's October 10th, 2019, and I made it up to Art Nord Trailhead here near Snow Basin Resort. And this is one of the sections of the Great Western Trail that has a couple of different options. There's a paved option, which is closed to motor vehicles at the moment, but open to hikers. And then there's also a single track trail that I passed back there on my way to the porta potty. But I'm gonna hike up this paved section on the way to Snow Basin here for just a little bit, and then it'll be intersecting with what appears to be a single track alternate of the trail. Really enjoying the fall colors. As you can see, the yellows and reds that are quite abundant here. One of the last days perhaps to enjoy this area and the fall scenery before the onset of more winter-like weather that's in the forecast later this week, so we'll see how I go. I joined up with the road that leads up to Maples Campground. Didn't check it out to see if it's open, so bypassed that and just getting even closer to Snow Basin Resort here, where I'm told that there is water available in the Learning Center is the part that's open this time of year. You can see why this is a popular area for mountain biking as well, for good reason. The Wheeler Creek Trail that I was on is definitely mountain bike friendly as well, so it'd be fun to maybe come back someday with the bike and give that a whirl. Beautiful autumn colors though. I think we're at peak color this week here, the second week in October here in northern Utah, so really enjoying it. Great day to be out. Snow Basin actually has a super nice day lodge. Quite a stark contrast to tent camping in the backcountry. Well, that was intense. just up above where I was eating my lunch here off of this mountain bike trail. Mountain biker fell off of his bike, maybe hit his head, and he's a local guy who actually had a TBI vest, actually has an existing traumatic brain injury. So I did what I could to sort of help him through that, gather up his things and help him eventually get back on the horse. I wanted to call the local authorities to just have someone more experienced on the scene, but he didn't want that. So in any case, and against my better judgment, I did not call the local medical professionals that are probably right down there in the lodge, and eventually he got on his bike and pedaled away maybe after 45 minutes. So anyway, also kind of opened his heart to tell me the story of how it happened, and yeah, to recommend against falling 30 feet off of a roof or any object really, which is apparently how he hit his head. Fortunately, he's still able to bike. I guess he has a hard time walking as well. But yeah, he's still able to ride a bike, so I'm glad he's able to do that and was able to pedal away here. But yeah, just another reminder for me to count my blessings and be grateful that I'm able to do what I want to do for the most part here in this beautiful part of the world. And after an extended lunch break, I better get back on the trail and yeah, give my best wishes to that mountain biker who's on his way back to his car now.
Found love, just a fantasy, beautiful and ugly as a life can be. I don't lose any sleep, honestly. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now that I'm on the front side, the Ogden side of the Wasatch here, having come over the saddle next to Mount Ogden, I'm enjoying what's probably the highlight of the whole trip here. Just an amazing single track trail right down the ridge line, and some extraordinary views as well. And also a break from the wind, so it's a good time to record a little bit of narration here. And check out this view. There's Mount Ogden where I was a little bit ago. With a look towards Promontory Point. And what appears to be perhaps the railroad line that replaced what was used in Golden Spike back when the Transcontinental Railroad was finished. But anyhow, panning across the still waters of the Great Salt Lake with even a reflection of Antelope Island on the waterway to the east of that. And then looking towards the Ochre Range and then down into the valley there with Salt Lake City and the surrounding suburbs. And then looking south towards Mount Thurston there, a portion of the Great Western Trail that I have yet to walk on. But yeah, a real treat to be up in the mountains today. Today's October 11th, 2019. After coming down from Mount Ogden into the Wasatch Front here, last night I actually ran out of daylight and ended up camping in a very narrow little cramped spot on the side of Birch Canyon. But it had just enough room for me to put up my one-man tent without the rain fly. And it ended up being a really nice night as far as being able to do some stargazing and not having to endure rain. That would have been quite a challenge if it had been a wet night last night. This morning I crossed over into Buse Canyon from Birch Canyon along that Buse Canyon Trail. And yeah, just reminding myself again of why I love it here in Utah, where we usually get all 4 seasons, and again being reminded that we're probably at peak color here in the Wasatch. So a wonderful display of the whole spectrum of fall colors here as I make my way down to the Buse trailhead in Ogden, just south of Weber State University. So another very worthwhile Great Western Trail segment is almost complete, and looking forward to the next. Even though this will probably be my last overnight in the Wasatch for 2019. That's all for now. See you next time.